Sure.
I showed Mom what I do to prepare. I'm not going to show you because I don't want you to jinx it. Anyway, today we're talking about Aurora Teagarden, the book and the movie, and our experience.
Between the two of them. And the book itself is a bone to pick.
Yeah, it's the second book in the Aurora Teagarden series.
Yes.
I'm I'm doing this because Mom doesn't know, but the last one got at least 12. People obviously like my mom. I'm glad to see that. So
Well,
here
thanks.
we are. Um, Candace Cameron, although playing a fine Aurora Teagarden better than the one they have now, doesn't look like the Aurora Teagarden described in the book. A lot of this, a lot of this, the book's world is very much more vivid. Wouldn't you say, Mom?
Yes. The book goes into more detail.
Yeah.
Um, and there's so much difference between the book and the show,
And,
where the book she wears glasses, she's got curly hair, it's thick, and just so much difference.
yeah.
Yeah.
But don't get us wrong. We did enjoy
Oh, enjoyed both
the
of them.
book
Enjoyed
and
them
the
both.
movie.
Yes.
And it's still a fun part of our experience as viewers and watchers and whatnot. But I found the book and there was no cat, which kind of bummed me out. Even though I'd seen it before, I was like, "Okay, Mom, where's
The cat wasn't in the
the cat?"
movie. Wasn't in the
And if you
movie.
look, cat's right on
The cat
the cat's right on the cover.
the cat's in the book, but it's not in the movie, the TV show, you know, in here. It's not in here.
I wonder if that had something to do with Candace Cameron. You know, her not liking cats.
Maybe.
Um. Anyway, it was better for me being a comic book reader. I thought of it as sort of like an Earth 2 type deal. Doesn't make Earth 1 bad. Just means that Jay Garrick lives on a different Earth.
Just means that this camera's camera lives on a different Earth than this one. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was, it made it easy on me. I didn't compare and contrast in my head too much after that.
I did everything.
Yeah, you did. Like how they combined Lynn and the sergeant into one character.
Yes. Yeah.
And they had him. They did have him in the movie, but they had him in it so briefly that he might as well not have
You've been in it. Yeah.
even been. It was like, okay,
And then in the movie too, um, what was her ex boy? What was Lynn's husband's name?
Arthur.
Arthur. Okay. In the movie, they were moving in across the street. In the book, no, wait a minute. In the movie, they weren't even married. Were they?
They were.
Or were they?
They were either getting married or were married.
I think they were married because, but in the movie, it didn't show them like moving in across
Yeah,
the street.
and it opens with Aurora Teagarden attending her Aida and John's wedding, which we did find kind of unusual
In the book,
because
yeah.
in the movie, this was the first movie they mentioned John at all, which was kind of weird because John's one of those characters that
He's in all. He's in all
he's
of
in
them.
everything. It would be like taking Perry White away.
But in the book, Aida and John are married,
Yeah,
and they're on their honeymoon.
yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, just so much difference. But like we said, it was very good. They're both very good. You know.
I'm not gonna make you do the hard part of it either. I'm not gonna make you rate the book. You think you could?
No. So I like them
Good.
both.
I'm not
I
gonna make
like
you do it
no, I like them both. Um,
because writing is such a hard job to begin with. You have to visualize it in your head.
well, that's why there's so much more detail in the book.
Yeah.
I get it, I get it, but it's just there was so much difference too. You know.
It amazes me when they get stuff really down and it looks similar to how you see it in like Harry Potter,
Hmm.
where they managed to make it look so
In the books or the movies.
oh,
Okay.
they made the first book, the first movie seem so and the first book lined up so nicely.
Yeah, but do you remember when we went to the movie and there was a lot less detail? So yeah,
Where they had like Norbert.
we're talking about this book though. We're not talking about Harry
I know,
Potter.
I know,
All right.
I know. But um, this they had Aurora birth the baby, and like she said, it's a lot more.
The book was a lot more detailed. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then in the movie,
and she does a lot more talking to herself too, like
in the
Rorschach
book.
or like
Well, in the book, she did basically
the Telltale Heart guy.
the whole thing all by herself. Because in the movie, where she actually involved um, Sally,
Yeah,
she involved Sally and
but
she involved
Sally
John.
Sally's just an amalgam in the movie of two characters, Amina and Sally,
Yes, yeah,
and they've never brought in Sally's mother.
right, right. And in the book, it's Sally's mother.
Mom, what do you think of the new Aurora Teagardens versus the what we
I
saw
like the old book.
right
I
now?
like these books better than I like or this even this series better than the new series.
And I've told you, me too.
Yeah,
So, um, yeah. Thank you for doing this with me.
you're welcome.
Um,
Enjoyable. I'd recommend watching both or doing both, reading
but
and watching.
would you recommend it over the first book? If you had to pick one Aurora Teagarden based on what you've read right now, are we going to read the third book?
I'd like to, but that's just me.
I'll do it if you'll do it.
I like the series,
I'm
so
willing to commit to it if you're willing.
I like the series, so I would watch. I would read the third one and then turn around and watch the third movie too.
Okay.
Because even though we've watched these movies over and over again,
Yeah.
right after we read the book, then we'll watch the series. That way you can see,
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah, and that was part of the fun of it too.
Yeah.
Seeing how much what the master actually looked like. I didn't remember what the master looked like. Did you?
No, no, not at all.
But they I mean, Book Jane felt a lot smarter.
Then
Movie
yes.
Jane.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Movie Jane and Book Jane. Movie Jane felt like she was just there. Book Jane felt like she was an actual character with an actual purpose.
Yes. And Book Jane, like it, when she left Aurora the clues, and yeah, I liked that a lot better.
What is the third book?
Hmm, let me look. I don't know off the top of my head.
That way we can just
Hold on.
rewatch our videos as you should be doing too.
On the back of the book, it says the third book is 3 bedrooms, 1 corpse.
3 bedrooms, 1 corpse, future Bob.
All right, that's going to be our next book. So if you like our review, if you like the channel, you should.
I do comics, video games, books, traditional media books, because comics are books too, movies, and whatever else that's my fancy. This is my world. I'm Bob. She's my mom.
Nice to meet you.
She's usually behind the camera.
So,
But if, like she was about to say, if any of that finds
any
you
interest
find
in
you find that any kind of interesting, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. Spread word of mouth. It helps.
It does. All right. I'll have a nice night.
Bob out.
And Mom.